Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
Hello there and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. It's Wednesday already, guys. How the hell did we get here? It's insane. I think this sort of time in between sort of October to Christmas is always a hectic time for my family because the grandkids, 3 of the grandkids have birthdays in October. And my birthday is next week. My son's birthday is the week after that. And then it's full on to Christmas with no money, which is always a delight. How are you all? I hope you're all well. I see we got Barley in the house. Hi, Barley. I hope you're well. Oh, you're waiting, cooking in the background. Oh, it's nice that you come in and check the chat. Yeah, Wednesdays, I like to sort of keep really relaxed and, go over a few things that might be happening in the world or how we're feeling. So yeah, it's just as a chill zone really on a Wednesday. Hi Moosey. I hope you're well. Do you know I haven't been in touch with Edna today, so maybe she's having a snooze. Who knows? She may show later, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I can chat for hours anyway. So, but it would be nice if she comes in. But we'll just have to see. Barley, you made your intro. And so very cute and sweet. I always smile when I see it. Yeah, do you know, I love pretty things, Barley. And especially in today's world when there's so much unhappiness and so many people are so angry, and so many people are sad and so many people are sort of struggling. So I like my channel to be, something that looks nice and something that looks pretty. And yeah, so I enjoy working backstage and getting it looking nice. I've been working on some Christmas ones, some Christmas backgrounds for you all. So I don't know if anyone checked out my video that I put out in the week about the hateful therapist. I have actually done videos on her before. In fact, I've done live streams on her before, and she's still at it. So if you wouldn't mind popping over and just checking that out, I'd really appreciate it. It took me a long time to do because I like to edit, but yeah, I enjoyed doing it, and I think I got everything in it. But she's one of these people that I could work on, a video every week about really. But I don't really want to sort of. It's like with everything, I don't want just to have one thing on my channel, unlike some channels that we all know of that do. They're quite happy just to focus on one person. That's not for me. I like to sort of do all different things on my channel so that, if people get a notification that Jan's gone live or Jan's put up a video, they never know what it's going to be about. I like that. I like that. Probably because I like surprises. So Barley says, one day I want to talk here, your experience with YouTube, my channel, the community, the good things I got from it and learned, and then the negative also, how it influenced my life and thinking. I think that's, yeah. I mean, I've said before, Barley, you're very welcome to join me on my channel. There will never be an instance on my channel where I invite people onto the panel to be yelled at. Um, that's not what I would allow. I don't care who it is. I expect people who come on my channel to act with decorum and respect for other people, because if you don't give it, then you're not going to get it back. That's one thing. And also, I think it's a very important thing to have in life. And yeah, that's how I run my channel. And even if it was on Drama Friday, I would still want the same. I would still have the same rules, because there's no need for yelling and hurling abuse at people, because any argument you may have will get lost in the yelling. So it's like on the instances where I've been on a panel with people who are incapable of any form of adult conversation, I tend to act like the clown, because it's just the easiest thing to do. Because I mean, you're not going to get any conversation out of these people. So yeah, so Barley, honestly, you're perfectly welcome to come up whenever you like, and we can have a chat about things, because I do find you interesting. I find you intriguing. I think you've got a story to tell. I think you've lived. And I like that. I like interesting people. And, that doesn't mean that, I like everybody that does everything the right way. Listen, I haven't done everything the right way in my life. I most certainly haven't. But that I think when it comes from a place of hurt, I think it's nice to give that person the opportunity to really speak on it and to explain, because I think one of the most difficult things for me, especially growing up, was feeling that I wasn't heard. And that's, it's difficult to live with that. And I think some people who may not have ever been in that situation wouldn't really understand that. They don't understand the need to be heard. Um, and I think, as I've carried that all my life, I think, and perhaps that's one of the reasons why I do my channel, and why I've sectioned it up the way I have, because I've got the art side, um, that I really enjoy doing. And then I've got this sort of chat side where we can relax and people can come in and, just chat about anything really. And then I've got the drama side, because who doesn't like a bit of drama on the side? So yeah, so I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with the way my channel's going. It's gaining slowly. I think I got a couple of subs this week. That suits me. I honestly, it's not my be all and end all. And what I love about YouTube is being able to get my voice out there. Even if people don't want to believe it, then that's, the issues with them. But yeah, so as I say, Barley, anytime you want, sweetheart, just hit me up, just tell me when it's going to suit you. I mean, there are occasions when I drop into your live streams, um that just to say hi, because I like you to feel that you are supported. Um, so yeah, I quite enjoy them. I don't stay very long, because it's normally very late at night when you're on, but And I don't see that you ever have any guests up, but I mean, if you ever want to have me up, I'm perfectly willing to come up. If you feel more comfortable on your channel, then that's fine, you know. So I'll leave it entirely up to you, darling. So you say I agree. Here it's elegant, sophisticated, and in other places it's another style. I can make the difference. Yeah, yeah, that I like that, Barley, because that's what I wanted, you know, and that's why, you know, Wednesday was born, really, because it's like in the middle of the week, and you know, we all see all the crap that's going around the internet, and it's just too easy to fall into that, I think, and then get caught in it. And I think if you find somewhere that you can go, that you feel more you know, that you feel comfortable, that you can speak, that you know, no one's gonna laugh at you, no one's gonna slag you off. I know that's a British term, but that means no one's gonna say horrible things to you. Um, so yeah, I'm glad you feel comfortable here, Barley. I agree 100%. That's why I continued my channel, because I wanted to be heard. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Um, that's a really good thing. It's made me sort of want to do like a poster or something, just saying I want to be heard, because so many people aren't. So many people are dismissed, and I'm not talking about, you know, the drama community or, you know, girl world or whatever. I think in life, so many people are dismissed for various reasons. um, Let me just finish reading what you said, and then I'll get back to that. Because I wanted to be heard, have some relevance somewhere at the time. Exactly, darling. Exactly. We all want that. You know, it's important. It's important to. It's something that we all need in our lives. It's important to feel balanced um and just relevant. And that doesn't mean relevant in, you know, on YouTube or anything like that. It just means relevant in the universe. You know, it's so important to feel that. I didn't get it, but I did later on, and not in a good way. Things go how they go. Yes, they do, darling. They do, absolutely. I watched Monterey for the first time. They do a good job. I like them. I think, I mean, I could be wrong in saying it. Oh, there's Zena. Hi, Zena. How are you, darling? Now, Zena is a half of Mon Ami, and what I was going to say is, I think I could be completely wrong, but I think with Zena and Mon Ami, they want to move away from like the drama community, because let's face it, there's so many people that, you know, are quite happy to come on and slag off everybody, and, you know, and then build their own community full of haters. I don't want that. I really don't want that. If I did want that, then I would unblock all the people that I've got unblocked, so that they could that I've got blocked, rather, that they could all come on and start like fighting with me and fighting with everybody else and swearing and this and that. You know, I would do that, but I don't want it. I don't want it. And it's not about forming a hug box, because I like to think that if people have got things to say, then they'll say it over here. And I will respond, um, and I'll give answers. I've never been shy of giving answers. Never ever. And I think, you know, getting back to Monavie, I think that's possibly what they're trying to do. And I wish them luck. They're coming across as um very professional. I like what they're doing. Um and yeah, I like it. It's different. Which I like to think my channel's different. And I know I've got all the arty-farty bits and everything, but the general bones of the channel, I want to be a positive. I don't want it to be seen as a negative, you know? Hi Bridge. How are you, darling? No sign of Edna. I don't know what's happened to her. She may be having a snooze. Never mind. Yeah, those are a-holes won't let people move away from the drama community. I know. It's mad. It's mad, isn't it, Bridge? Because I know if I unblocked everybody, I would have double, maybe triple the amount of people in my lives. But it's the quality of the people that's important to me, not the quantity. And people don't understand that. Um, so yeah, the issues with them. But anyway, so I've got a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. But I mean, if you guys have got anything that you wanted to talk about, then that's perfectly fine. I've been watching, I don't know if those of you or any of you that have watched the Maya trial. I've watched that for weeks now, and I was finding it was triggering me too much on so many levels. And I think one of the levels was I hate injustice. I think that's one of my things. I hate it. I get so angry, not only towards myself, but also, if I feel that I'm being, unjustified, but also if other people um uh, aren't getting what is owed to them. So I don't know if anyone knows about that story, but it's a Netflix uh it well it is, yeah, a Netflix series about a young girl. And this is where we go back. This is where I'm sort of catapulting back to what Barley said, or what I was addressing with Barley, in that people it's like in this case with Maya, her mother was Polish. Now, I don't know whether Barley would say the same, but I think Barley would say the same. There are certain traits in people, okay, that are synonymous or seem to be synonymous about with who they are, with where they came from. And the situation with Beata, her name was that she knew she had a very seriously ill little girl. She was 8, I think 8 to 10, something like that. And she was also a nurse. So her family, she was married, but anyway, she was like the mother. She knew what the daughter needed, blah blah blah. So they take her to this hospital and say to them, look, and Beata says to the hospital, look, I know what's wrong with my daughter. She needs this, this, and this in order to get better. Okay. Now, the hospital, which is in Florida, called the Johns Hopkins Children's Hospital, decided almost on sight that this mother must must have been what's the word? Using what's the word? Anyway, they diagnosed it as a Munchausen by proxy situation, which was totally wrong. Now, because they diagnosed it as that, Um, they treated the child as if that was the situation, which basically meant that they thought that the mother was abusing the daughter. Okay, it's so long-winded. I'll run out of breath before I get to the end of the story. But basically, that's the meat and bones of the case. Hi, Edna. Hi, sweetness. You didn't get a notification? Well, that's very naughty. Very naughty of YouTube, I have to say. Let me put up the link so you can come up. Yeah, so basically the whole family was treated so poorly by the hospital, so badly by the hospital, to the extent that they barred the mother from going to the hospital to even visit her sick child. Um, oh, it was so sad. I mean, they showed you the mother. I mean, the Netflix documentary covered it very, very well. But I mean, it was very complicated, so I'm not going to go through all of it. But the long and short of it is, the poor mum, they had this court case, and where they go in front of the judge to decide whether Beata should be able to see her daughter. And the the judge says no, because the judge goes along with the hospital's wrong diagnosis. Okay, so this little girl is not allowed to see her mum, and the last thing I think that the mum says to the judge is, please, please, can I just give my daughter a hug? Please just let me give her a hug. And the judge says no. That night, the mother unalived herself. That's what happened. So the family have been fighting and fighting against this hospital to get justice. Um, and yeah, the trial was harrowing because the hospital had the best attorneys. They were horrible, hated them. But anyway, to cut a long story short, they won! The family won! I was so happy! So happy! So guys, I've told you most of it, but if you don't know the story, it's well worth getting to know it. Watch the Netflix, which is called Taking Care of Maya, spelled Maya. And yeah, see for yourselves. Honestly, I've cried so much over that story, it's ridiculous. I know, it was. It was dreadful, Moosey. Um, so are you coming up? Are you putting on your powder in your nose, Edna? I've sent did I put the thing up for you? I thought I had. Yeah, it's on there, darling. Um, okay, let's see. Oh, so Bridge saw it. Oh, you didn't follow the trial, honestly. The trial, oh, was all I really tried to watch it. I watched quite a lot of it, but I just grew to hate the other attorneys so much. I thought, this isn't healthy, Jan. And the people in the lives, because they showed the trial live. The people in the comments, some of them were horrible. So yeah. So I'm glad it's over. Because we come from, Rhiannon says, because we came from Girl World, we use them as a stepping stone and talking points. And then as we grow, we will use them as reference. Yeah, I kind of do that because that's why I still keep up with the Drama Fridays. But yeah, you don't want to make them your whole sort of your whole case. Your whole case, what am I talking about? Your whole channel. Hi, Gia. I think medical professionals should wear camera like the police. Do you know what? You've got a good point there. And do you know what? The hospital, yeah, it was dreadful. Yeah, the girl survived. The girl did survive, and she's doing quite well, but her illness is called, oh, I always get it wrong. It's chronic regional pain syndrome, and the hospital just denied it all. They just denied, no, you haven't got that. And yeah, it was just awful. Anyway, hi Zena. Zena, I've got Zena on the brain. Hi Edna, how are you, darling? She'll come up in a minute.
Okay, here I am. Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
there you are. How are you, darling? Are you good?
I am. I got a little bit too relaxed, I think, because I was just chilling in bed, and no, I'm looking at my notifications. I didn't. YouTube messed up. I didn't get one.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
blame.
annoying. That's
Mm-hmm.
annoying.
It. You know what? And the thing is, it's like I'm subscribed to Foodie Beauty. I don't actually watch, but I never miss a notification for her. They always send it to me. But Jan, I have to click on your notifications.
You're
It's like
just
YouTube, read the room.
you're just rubbish, Edna. Just rubbish. So
No.
Gia says, Gia says, so many times, especially with mental health cases, the patient could easily be overlooked. It's sad. Exactly. And that's again going back. I hope Barley doesn't mind me referencing this, but I think the point I'm trying to sort of attach, if you like, to Barley is that I can see by going into Barley's lives that, she's quite loud, she's forceful, she says her mind, a bit like me, really. Um, but that doesn't mean that she's not a nice person. I think that's why I
Yeah.
sort of likened her to Beata, who's in that case. Edna, did you watch that program? Well,
Are you talking about the therapist?
no,
Which
Maya,
program?
the one on
Maya.
Netflix. Right, this is gonna be awkward, guys. Let's just bear with for a minute.
No,
Edna needs to get with it. Okay. Maya,
I have
take
probably
it.
not. I haven't seen anything on Netflix for a minute. So
Yeah,
no.
okay. So we won't pull you in on this conversation then. But
Oh, okay.
what we were talking about also was not only about that, but I likened Barley's situation in a way to, or her personality, if you like, to I know I know Bridge. Oh dear. I likened the situation with Barley to the mother in this case because when the mother went into the hospital with her poor child, with her sickly child, she knew what she needed for her chronic pain syndrome. But the hospital were like, no, she's not having that. And then they diagnosed the mum as being, taking part in Munchausen by proxy. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, that's where it's like the parent is falsifying the child's illness.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they
Hmm.
did. And at one point, they also started looking at the possibility that it was the child that was doing it herself. She was putting it all on.
Hmm.
But anyway, it was a whole thing. And
Was this based on a true story?
oh yeah, that's the Netflix.
Oh,
It's on Netflix. It's
okay.
called Taking Care of Maya. Um,
Okay.
feel
I
free
think
to
I have
say
heard about this now that you say something.
yeah. I am not. Oh, you're not sensitive. I am not sensitive, and I'm aware I am weird, and sometimes also appreciate being corrected by people as you. I know you support me. Say what you like. No, what I was going to say was because Maya, she also had an accent, and I think it was just the tone in which she may have spoke to, not Maya, Beata, the mother, the tone in which she spoke to the nurses, um, that they automatically saw it as a negative. And,
This is
go on.
sorry. It just reminds me of something that I came across that was saying how, um, like ADHD and autism in Black women comes across as like irritability and like as quote unquote angry Black woman, but
Uh-huh.
it's really that they're overstimulated and you know, um, and that's just the behavior that you see, but it's not like the intention.
Yeah. And also, it goes back to stereotypes, really. And I wasn't trying to stereotype uh, Eastern Europeans in any shape or form, Barley. Don't think that. But I do think that there are instances, especially when they're in a different country, that their voices may sound a certain way. And people need to be educated about it and realize that sometimes that's how they speak, and it doesn't
Hmm.
mean that they're being hateful or they're not very nice people. It just means that that's how they speak, you know?
Right.
Um, it's the same with African people. I worked in a hairdresser's for a short while with a friend who was African, And I tell you that it was like when people used to come in, it was like they were going to have a fight because that's how they speak.
Right.
They speak very
Mhm.
loud, very forceful, very, and you just realize that that's how they are. You know, that's how they've been sort of brought up, possibly. But I think it's wrong for agencies, especially, especially like the forces like the police and the medical staff and also the mental health community. I think it's important that they don't stereotype people, but alas they do.
Right.
We all know they do. We all know they do. Zena says, hey Moosey, sorry, I had to deal with something. We're hoping to go live on Saturday. Okay. Um, Yeah, and I think as much as people may try not to refer to stereotypical um, reminders or what they perceive to be as stereotypical, it's quite damaging. It's quite damaging to individuals. Um, I once, yeah, yes. I know, they are. They're very loud, and it's just the tone of their voice, and the men are as
Mm.
well. Um, yeah, you do have to
The
act
funny
right.
thing Yeah, the funny thing is I'm almost 40 and I feel that way. I'm like, when am I gonna become a IT? Jeez.
Yeah, like I often hear that people say that British people are rude. Um, yeah, they do. They do. Um, Are we though? What do you Americans think? Are us Brits rude or are we just blunt? See, I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference.
There is a difference. Yeah, and I think you could be both, but you could be just being blunt. I don't know. I enjoy it. So, I remember it was like, I think maybe it was the British version of The Office or maybe of something else. And I just really enjoyed it. It was, I don't know, like, um, there's sense of humor. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of Brits are sarcastic. I think most Brits are sarcastic. And I don't think Americans understand it. Am I right in that? And I don't mean in humor. I think, yeah, I do mean in humor, but I don't mean in like comedy or on TV or anything like that. I just think as a
Mhm.
race, I think we're very self-deprecating and very sarcastic as well.
Okay. I wouldn't know. I don't really know anyone in person that's British. But just the I don't like from like TV culture, that seems about right. It seems very dry.
Yeah.
Like it's like the humor is almost implied sometimes.
Yeah, it's like Rihanna. I want to call you Zena. I like Zena. I
I
don't
do
think
too.
people yeah, I don't think people get when we're joking. Exactly. They don't. And I mean, when I
Mhm.
used to do sweet talk with Carsten, I mean, some of the laughs we had were because it just didn't travel because he's German and he just didn't get my sense of humor. And I didn't get his, but when we were filming at the time, it was just so funny because, we just didn't get it or,
Mm.
it gets lost in translation. Um, right, let's get back
And
to what
sometimes
Bar
those are the funniest laughs.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I will say with no shame, in Bali or Indonesia, I'm a white person. They call us bule, which means foreigner, but in a negative way, not in a good way. But I could not explain to them, I feel this is racist to me. Yeah, yeah, I can understand that.
Mm.
Listen, I've been a bule all my life. I'm in the wrong country, like, guys. And
Oh.
I just decided never to have a chip on my shoulder. There's no point. When
Mhm.
you know, sometimes it's just about accepting, and I started writing my life story once, and I called it Acceptance. Um,
Hmm.
because I thought, you know, my whole life has just been about having to accept things for what they are. Maybe I should start writing a bit more, but
Listen, I think
yeah,
that is it. That's what I'm kind of learning. And that's like the newest, I guess, life skill or virtue that I'm working on. It used to be patience, but I think I'm pretty good with patience. Now it's what are we talking about? Acceptance.
yeah, yeah. Um, I was just, hang on, let's see what the next one was. Gia. I love people with a dry sense of humor and sarcastic. Yeah. See, I like dry humor, but I also like really out and out. Like I like observe. Oh, observational. No, anyway, I like humor. um,
Obvious, avert,
no, from observing people. Do you know what I mean? Like people.
observation.
Yeah, observational, that's the word.
Oh,
My God,
okay, there we
I
go.
haven't even had a drink. I've got coffee here,
W
and I've
Found
got
it
what's
though,
this?
Jen. We found
Strawberry water. That's what I got. Um, but yeah, I do feel that the British sense of humor is quite different, definitely,
Mhm.
to the American sense of humor, and I
You
think
know,
to other Europeans, I think we've got a different sense of humor. Um
just think I have such like a slapstick, like a love for slapstick kind of comedy. The Three Stooges. I thought
Alright.
they were like that was just right up my alley. Like it's always funny in Philadelphia, just that out there ridiculousness is so funny. I think that's probably why I'm attracted to Girl World because it's like, where do you find this in real life? It's like we found it.
Well, I'd hardly call it slapstick, but there you go. Hi, Capone. Nice to see you, por favor. Right, my favourite comedian. I don't think you'll ever get it, but my favourite comedian is Lee Evans. I cry at Lee Evans. He is hilarious. I love him. Um, and my second one is Sarah Millican, and I've been quite lucky. Okay. Um, you probably all think, "Oh my God, Jan's done so much," but it's a fact. I've seen so many comedians, live. I also like, Ramesh, Ranganathan, and I've been lucky to see all of them. I've seen all of them. I saw Lee Evans in Wembley. He was so funny. And I went with my daughter who didn't find him as funny as I did. So while I was like peeing myself laughing, she was like, "Mum," because I've got such a filthy laugh. I can't help it. So yeah, so he was brilliant. And as I say, I love Sarah Millican. I love Ramesh. When my daughter was doing, what was she doing? When she was in sixth form, she had a great English teacher who loved comedy. So he used to do like these trips with the students going to like comedy clubs, and she saw loads. Her favorite is
Really
Jimmy Carr, and
interesting.
I can't stand him. Have you heard of Jimmy Carr, Edna? Probably not.
No, I don't know what any of these people are, but sorry.
Posh twat. I am a posh twat, don't you know? I'm a southerner. We're not like us northerners. I tell you what, it's just as well. Me and Zena are doing bloody lives together would be hilarious because we just spend the whole time taking the mickey out of each other. It would be hilarious.
Oh, we would.
Because there's in England, as small as it is, there's a north-south divide. Okay. Now, the South are like, you know, we're much more with it. We're more trendy. We're like, you know, we're with the times. And I'm trying to think of all these. I'm trying to think of all these things that I can insult Zena with. But yeah, there's a great sort of divide, north-south divide, and I'm very much a southerner, and she's very much a northerner. Although Zena, I let you into a secret. My mum was a northerner. She came from where she come from? Up north somewhere. Anyway, but she gave me away at birth. So what does it tell you about northerners? That's all I've got to say. Okay?
Oh,
Stick that
Jen,
in your
no.
pipe and smoke it. You have to laugh. You have to laugh. Right, okay, I've got to go back. I'm running slow. I have to get up with this because otherwise Bridge will tell me off. Me too. I still reference him from a show. Oh, we're the distant relatives. He won't be coming in. Yeah. Oh God, Zena, I love Lee Evans. He's brilliant. I love that man. I do put him in on my community tab sometimes because I just love him. He just makes me. I can be in the worst mood, put on Lee Evans, and I'm laughing. He's just so good. I just love him. America.
Oh,
Let me think of Americans that I liked. My daughter's always liked saying, "Oh, mum, you should listen to that one." I like Gina Yashish. I know she's done quite well over in America. Have you heard of her?
no. You might not know anybody. I don't really follow a lot of comedians.
Russell Brand, was he big over here? Yeah, he was quite big.
Oh,
I've
yeah, he was.
also watched him. I don't know what I think about him now. I'm sort of on the fence. I'm on the
I was
fence.
just thinking that, Jen. I mean, it could go either way. Cause
I'm
sometimes
on the
I'm listening, I'm like, that sounds a bit problematic, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I was on a show and yeah, and he was on the show and he honestly he came across as a really nice guy. He was
Mhm.
lovely. We took pictures together. I've got a picture floating around somewhere of me sort of hugging the life out of him. And he's very thin. And as I say, he was a really nice guy. But I will say also, and she won't thank me for it, but he got my daughter's phone number. Hmm, that's the least said about that, the better, I think. Okay. That's come from me. All right. You heard it
Dang,
here first.
you can drop a bomb like that and not give us any details. Did your daughter go out with him?
She said he was lovely. She said he was lovely.
Oh,
Yeah, he paid her a
okay.
visit.
Mhm.
He paid her a visit and said he was lovely. So I went, "Ah, all right then. I'm saying nothing else." She was an adult. I don't like Jimmy Carr, says Barley. It doesn't fall. No, I don't know. I'm not keen on Jimmy Carr. Just think he's really crude. Um, right. Capone Boxer loves Rhiannon's accent. I could listen to you talk all day. Yeah, Zena's accent is similar to my mum's, I think. She came from up north somewhere. I can't remember. Distant relatives. What about this one, Zena? I can make it to the lamppost. I can make it to the lamppost. Sorry. Stop talking about Lee Evans and I'll be yeah, okay. Move on, Jan, move on. I don't know why he married Katy Perry. No idea. Oh, here we go. Is she coming for me?
I mean, why not?
Trumpets
Were
in
they
your
bad for
pie.
each other?
I'll stay with my chips and gravy. Who has chips with gravy? Yuck. Yuck. Behave yourself. Can you imagine the Queen having that? She wouldn't have that. I tell you what, Zena, we should have a North versus South live stream one day. He's just mincy. Who? Who? Russell?
I think Russell.
Yes. There's something, yeah. Do you know what it is? I think he really fancies himself, and I think a lot of the girls fancy him, and he just used his power. Was it right or was it wrong? Mm. My girl was old enough to know. Do you know what I mean? She was like an
Right.
adult. So, yeah. Yeah, I
But
did
still,
say
if somebody tells you something, you know, you don't expect them to kinda, like, lie in your face either. So I hope he wasn't doing that. I just heard a story about Jindena where he said um, he had robbed women of their childbearing years or
oh,
something
that's
along those lines.
horrible. That's awful.
Yes, and
Was he
everybody let
American?
him know.
Was he
He's,
American?
no, he's Nigerian, I believe.
Ah. Right, Bridge says, did
I
I
think he's
say
mixed
Gina
race, but
Yashir? Yes,
he's
Gina
in it.
Yashir. She makes me laugh. She makes me laugh. I think she's good. Frankie Boyle, Dermot O'Leary. No, I don't think they're funny at all. I haven't met them either. They're lucky. They're lucky I haven't met them. Listen, I've met so many people. And well, all right. I can tell you one thing. One of the reasons I've met a lot of people is because my kids
Mhm.
used to do TV. So I used to go to the studios at Elstree. They did Grange Hill, and which was like a big program over here, and back in the day. And so when we used to go and pick them up from the studio, I'd go into the cafeteria and you'd see, lots of actors and all that in there. One day I told you I was in the queue. Does anyone in here like, what are they called? Take That? Can't stand them.
Who's
Can't
that?
stand
Is that a
Stuck in the
band or something?
shelves. Stuck in the shelves. I'm sorry, but every time Zena says something, I'm gonna have to say it because it's so great when I find somebody else who likes Lee Evans. I love that. Right, sorry. Zena wants to be British. Nah, you don't. Um, hate Gary Barlow. Listen. Oh, did you now? What they let Northerners in there? Blimey. Did you have to have lessons to use knives and forks or what? Wow, that is good. That is good, Zena. I like that. I've never been. I've never been to Downing Street. They don't let darkies in.
Oh my goodness. Jane, you took me
They
down.
don't.
It took me
They don't. No, I'd be like, no, don't let the mad black woman in. No, not today. It's not Africa Day today. They'd be like, listen, I know. Listen, and Zena knows the Brits are racist. If anyone says they aren't, then there's something wrong with them. Hang on. I saw Bridge said something. What was it? Zena, yeah, she's hilarious. She's raw, rude. I know. I think she lives most of the time over there, doesn't she? Oh, okay. No, not Zena. Barley likes Ricky
Rally.
Gervais. Now, Ricky Gervais is very, what's the word? Problematic. I think the word
Okay.
having his stand up is very problematic because he jokes about anything. And, there's some things that just aren't funny, even if you joke about them. I just think you shouldn't really. And I think the same with Jimmy Carr. But having said that, I do like Ricky Gervais. I do.
Yeah. I don't like that aspect of comedy, but I think that's what makes comedy comedy is like you have to be able to push
Scattercations.
the uh
Sorry. Zena, shut up! Zena's gonna say that now. Every time she comes in, she's gonna say something from Lee Evans, and she knows that I'm on it. I'm on
That's
it.
so funny.
Sorry, carry on.
You know what? You're me right now. That's hilarious. No, I don't know what I was about to say.
Oh God.
Are you relaxed too? Jeez.
I don't do no, I've told you, I don't do that. I don't need to. Alright, no. Mind you, I have been to put in a drop of Irish sherry in my last coffee of the evening, but I don't get drunk.
Okay.
I want to email you. Okay. Right, now who else have I met? Oh yeah, so I'm in the queue. I'm in the queue at Elstree Studios. Hmm. I look behind me and there's this little man. Now, bear in mind, I was 5'6.5" at the time, so I think I've sort of shrunk as I've got older. But anyway, so
Okay.
yeah, so I'm in the queue ordering my food because we queue over here, unlike
Mhm.
you Americans. We form queues over here. I don't know if they do up north or not, but we do down south. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so I'm in the queue and I look behind me and there's this stupid little man. Well, there's this little man. I didn't know he was stupid at the time. And I sort of glanced at him and he was like talking to the person who was serving. And I thought, oh, no, that face. Who's that? And it was the Mark Owen from Take That. I never realised. You got to stop it. It's like a river. Oh no! Oh God! Anyway, he like me. What's that, darling? He like me or more me is similar to him. Yeah, okay, darling. No, we don't want Yato back. Has he disappeared for good? Has he gone? Uh, yeah. You give them, what's it called? The Glasgow, what's that thing? The Glasgow kiss. Yeah, we'll just bottle someone. We don't care. Yeah. Sorry, guys, you Americans haven't got a clue now what us Brits are saying.
Not a one. Yeah. But no,
Zena,
she was a
we have
line.
to do this one day, I tell you, because it's going to be such a. I'm just going to be laughing the whole time through, though. You do realise that, don't you? um. Yeah, you know why, Capone? Because she comes from up north, they're sort of a bit behind with the spelling. So Q is Queue. Your phone will recognize that.
Yes.
Oh dear. Yeah, so where are we going? It's underlined in red. Yeah, because it's not a real word. It's not a real word. Yes, I'm looking for it. Okay. Howard's brother is the local karaoke king at my pub. Oh, really? Listen, my granddaughter in her, what was it, from the school? They had this great big show going on, and it was at the Royal Albert Hall. Has everyone heard of the Royal Albert Hall? Um, sorry, Zena in here today. I'm gonna be rubbish. Sorry, guys. She's just getting me going. Anyway, so we're in the Royal Albert Hall. Myself and my daughter went, and she was like, we couldn't see her. There was so many kids there because they were all like from different schools and that. Anyway, so we're like really straining to look, and both my daughter and myself, we both wear glasses, so it's a real struggle. And even though my daughter had binoculars, she still couldn't see her. So we figured out which school she was in, right? Well, we knew what school she was in, but we knew whereabouts her school was. So we're
Mhm.
like really trying to look, and we were right across the other side of the Albert Hall. And then all of a sudden, we saw a couple of kids doing. Do you remember when they used to do that, the floss? You know, that dance, they used to do the floss. Well, my
Oh,
granddaughter
yes.
used to do that all the time. That's how
Mhm.
we spotted her. She was doing the floss in the crowd.
Man, is this a
Oh,
story of how you, stalked a celebrity child? I don't understand what's going
what?
on. No, who's the child?
My granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
Keep up, love. Keep up. Anyway, so my daughter said, "Oh, they've got some famous person singing in here tonight." So I'm like, "Oh, I wonder who that is." Oh God, it was the worst person ever. It's what's his name? Tony Hadley. I can't stand Tony
Mm.
Hadley. Who likes Tony Hadley? I don't like him. He's a twat.
No, never heard of him.
Yeah, we'll have
But
to
you know
arrange
what? You never.
something. Maybe over Christmas, Zena, we'll do a special live over Christmas, North versus South. Uh, I'll have you, mate. Right, Americans, do you know what that means?
I'll have you, mate. Hmm.
What does that
It's
mean?
like I'll show you what's what. I'll tell you off.
Yeah,
Like letting somebody
yeah,
know about themselves.
yeah. But it's normally quite physical, so I'm now gonna get onto the please and say that I've been physically physically abused on my live stream. Not really.
Yeah, let's not start those rumors. Jeez.
Oh my God. I know. No, we've got to save
That's
that
gonna
rumor
be the
for
next thing.
Friday.
Mindful Edna and Jan are beefing. It's gone down to fisticuffs.
Ah, is that someone from the 20s? Who? Tony Hadley, shut your face. No, he's the one that was in who sang Gold. Oh, Spandau Ballet. He's from there. I can't stand him. I really don't like him. Anyway.
Oh, Bally's so funny. Well, thank you, Bally. I didn't mean to get as relaxed as I did, but I had a free day, so
Do you know, oh, Capone, listen, we're definitely going to talk about that on Friday. 100. 100. And also, what I'm going to say, if you're around, Zena, you can come up on Friday and say your bit. Okay?
yeah.
Because I think that'd be good. I think, yeah. Right, have I missed? Hang on a minute.
Oh, what did Britt
I just want
say?
to see
Oh,
what.
she said she is.
Right. You sometimes seem so stoned. Right. You've got to answer Barley. You've got to answer Barley there.
Oh, I thought it was known among gummies. Like I stopped vaping because, of health. But I still enjoy the effects of cannabis, so I use Delta 8. It's legal.
Sorry, I just took a puff. I vape, but I don't vape. I just vape. What's this one? Banana and mango. That's what I vape.
Okay.
So do you
Is it
vape
nicotine?
what is it?
It's cannabis. It's
Do
uh
you vape that?
Delta 9 or Delta 8. That's what it is. It's I used to. I don't anymore.
Yeah, but
Because
did you vape that?
yeah, I did.
And where do you buy that? Are you allowed to buy that or what?
Yeah, I could buy it online and just get it shipped to me. They also have smoke shops where you can buy it.
Do you know, you can't even I thought I might buy my cigarettes online. No, my vapes. I thought, I know,
Mhm.
I'll buy my vapes online, but they won't. They'll only sell you the ones that don't have tobacco or that don't have nicotine. And I
Oh,
thought, well, what point is that? I want my nicotine. I don't have
right.
very many vices. In fact, I have none. I've stopped all my vices, guys. I'm so bored. I'm so boring. Even my friends say to me, "Oh my God, Jan."
Well, you gotta pick up one for fun. You have to
So
have balance, right?
yeah.
What's it gonna be?
What? What is
I'm
my
just
vice gonna
joking.
be? My vice is
Yeah.
smoking, love. My vice is smoking.
Oh, okay. You said you didn't have any.
But uh, Edna, I smoke,
Yeah.
okay, but I try and supplement it with vapes. But my vapes are all fruity,
Oh, got you. I don't
right? My
know if
vapes are
vaping's any better than
fruity.
smoking. You think it is?
It is better because you haven't got all the tar and all that stuff in it. So I
Oh, okay.
I'm I try and I try and vape more than I smoke. And I do actually,
Gotcha.
because when I leave the house, I never take
Mhm.
cigarettes with me. I only ever take my vape.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. But when I'm at home, I do allow myself the odd cigarette, I have to say. But when I go out, excuse me, when I go out, I only ever have vapes. Barley.
Oh,
I also I forgot I was meant to read this. I
well, it's like,
also
who's reading? I'm reading in my mind. Should I read it?
mhm. Yeah, you read
Do
it,
you
love.
wanna Okay, I also smoke, but because I mix it with tobacco, my joint is mellow. So I do not get very stoned. I prefer it mellow. US people find it a crime to mix with tobacco. You know what? That's why I like Delta 8 Valley because true cannabis is a bit too strong for me. Like, could you imagine? This is supposed to be the light stuff.
Yeah, but I can't understand how you can buy it when I can't even buy vapes with nicotine.
Yeah. Well, America doesn't really care. They just want money. So we don't have the same like level of regulation.
Okay, break time. Time for a break. See you in
Nice.
6 seconds. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
And we're back in the room. Now, was that long enough for you or do you need a bit longer?
I get a little bit longer. I'm making coffee. Can you hear me?
Okay, let's go for just another break while little Miss Edna makes some coffee. Bear with, guys. Bear with. Right. Okie doke. And
And
we're
we're
back
back.
in the room after dancing and swaying and having fun. I've lost all thread of what we were talking about, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to save the drama, guys. You know we have to save the drama till Friday. Otherwise, we've got nothing to talk about, have we?
Right. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah. So I think I don't know whether we were talking about smoking, weren't we? So I don't know whether we have to buy. Oh, what does Bridge say? We have to buy vapes online. Oh, they banned flavored nicotine. Oh, they're going very strong here. They're very,
Hmm.
very popular here. Everywhere sells them, and I love them. I love them. Um, right. So, was there anything else we were going to discuss, Missy? Um, guess
I
I got
didn't
to
have
do.
anything in mind. I thought we were talking about narcissism, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can go over that a little bit more if you want. I did watch a bit. I watched a bit of him today, actually, because I think he does a Wednesday live, and I didn't get threatened or anything by talking about him last week. So we could. Do you want to have? Yeah, we can do half an hour talking about narcissism, if you like. Let me just
What do
find
you
him.
say, chat?
Yeah, what say you, chat? What's he
Or
called
also,
now?
I was thinking it'd be good to just talk about, or maybe like therapists or psychiatrists, like the video you put out about the psychiatrist speaking about Harry and Megan or
Oh,
Megan.
I know.
That was wild. It's like she was basically diagnosing them.
She was, and that's what I really do not like. So, yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, I'm happy to do that because, I mean, that's not got very many views at all. But the last time I spoke on her, it took a while for the views to come through. And I think it's probably some people from her sort of corner of the internet have come through saying how disgusting it is for me to speak up on her, but I feel it's justified because she definitely is misdiagnosing them, and I don't like that. Don't and she's sort of I put in, about her maybe being jealous of them, but some of the things she's
Hmm.
just awful. So yeah, I mean, if you want, we can go over that for sure, and I'd love to hear some of your opinions on it. So let's get it up. Here we go. I did play a lot of
While
music
you're
on.
getting, oh, okay. I was just gonna say while you're getting it together, I made hot coffee and it's just regular strength. I'll be able to go right to bed.
Yeah, but it's about 4 o'clock in the morning. It's 4 o'clock at night, isn't it?
It's 5 p.m. here. I'll be up for a few more hours. I need to go work out, so I'll probably do that. And then I have a early shift at 3 a.m. So I work 3 to 6 taking phone orders. So yeah.
Right. So we've got people asking for a nap. Okay. What am I talking about? We've got people asking for a quiz. So I think maybe next week, next Wednesday, shall we make sure we do a quiz next Wednesday?
Sounds good. We could do a quiz.
Yeah. And the only annoying thing is that the last time we were gonna do a quiz, Gia wasn't in, Bridge wasn't in.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah. So if you can sort of pencil it in and, we'll try and do a quiz for you next week.
Okay.
The other option is to do a quiz on Friday, but make it about, you know, drama. But that one we're gonna have to try and
I
think
don't know.
ahead
That's a
on.
lot of pressure. Have you
Yeah.
seen Novocaine's quizzes? I haven't really, but I mean, just from what I've heard, I'm nervous. I'm gonna keep this chill.
Mm.
Lord. Lowered expectations.
Yeah, we like to chill over here. So let's see what this woman had to say and why I put together this video. Somebody who truly believes what they're saying. Is there any conviction behind her words? All right, hang on one. Could you hear that? Oh, okay.
Yes, we could, or we
Okay.
can.
Okay, let's go. To see just how uncomfortable she looks when she is trying to sell these fake stories to you. Is this the face and demeanour of somebody who truly believes what they're saying? Is there any conviction behind her words? I think not. I think she's just a hater through and through.
As for the second child, I don't believe that she is legitimate. Let's just say that, and I will explain.
Sounds like something else might be playing. Oh,
How has she got the nerve to say that Meghan's child is not hers? She's not legitimate.
that was so mind blowing, Jan. It took me back to when people were talking about Beyonce wasn't pregnant with her children. It's like, what business is it of yours to even make that kind of accusation?
Hmm. I know. And also, the thing that gets me is how she's now benefiting very well, actually, by all this hatred. I mean, I meant to point it out a bit more, so maybe I'll do another one and point it out more. But when she first started, she used to just do like the psychotherapist thing, talking about this and that, all under the umbrella of, being a therapist. And then she started talking about other people, didn't do very, very well with them. She talked about a few sort of well-known British people, problematic people like Katie Price that you probably don't know, and other people. And she still, she still wasn't getting that many views. Then she started talking about Meghan and Harry and got triple the amount of views that she used to get. So she's stuck with that. She's stuck with that. So her channel now is all about her, is all about Meghan. And now, that's fair enough. You can say, like in Girl World, they all talk about foodie and they base their channels on that. Listen, if that's what's putting a meal on their table, I don't see anything wrong in that. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the
I mean,
problem
I
with
get the
this
critique of it though,
person,
but yeah, I don't have a problem with it either.
yeah, the problem with this person is that not only is she using her status as a psychologist, she is
Hello?
really diagnosing them. They have been diagnosed by professionals who have spoken to them. This woman has never spoken to them and never will speak to
Mhm.
them. So everything she says is supposition, which as a therapist, she shouldn't be doing. Do it on,
Right.
come back, have another channel where you're not calling yourself a psychotherapist. Okay. Come back as a layperson, then give your views. But my objection is that she is saying she's a psychotherapist and she's
Mhm.
diagnosing them wrongly and just being out and out spiteful to them. That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
So let's take it back to a little bit in the beginning of, I have touched on this before. I believe
It's also, listen, I play music over the top. One, because I can't stand listening to her.
Okay.
Two, because it's transformative. You have to
That's
abide by the rules. So me just
mhm.
playing her, I could get in trouble. So I put music over the top. And also, I choose jaunty music to indicate that she's an absolute clown because I think she is a clown. So I'm sorry if you don't like the music, but that's the reason I put it over the top. What I want you to notice is her body language when she speaks about this. She doesn't believe what she's saying. She doesn't, because there's no conviction in what she says, and she's like, her eyes are darting around. She knows what she's doing, and that again, I feel is wrong. She knows exactly what she's doing. Let me just look at the chat and say, hi Billy, welcome. The crystal short is so funny. I don't know that. Okay. I wonder if she could possibly get in trouble for diagnosing people that aren't her clients. She should do. Yes.
Right?
Yeah. That because they are under the HIPAA policies, aren't they? Because they're still she's like a medical, well, okay, supposedly a medical professional.
Well,
So
Jan, they can actually put that this video, contains statements from a licensed medical professional. Does she put that banner on?
I need to check. I need to check and
Okay.
see. But I do also feel, I mean, there's a lot of doctors on here that I watch, but
Mhm.
none of them diagnose. I mean, Dr.
Right.
Grande, I watch all of his, and he never diagnoses. He puts a disclaimer at the front that we all know word for word, but I've forgotten it now. But he says he's merely speculating on what he sees in front of him. That's what he says. He's speculating. He's not diagnosing. He never diagnoses. And also that doctor that I showed you last week, he doesn't diagnose either. He doesn't say, oh well, this person is a narcissist. He talks on narcissism as a condition. And also, he takes what I also like about Dr. C is he takes stories from from his viewers, and then he talks about them then. But he'll never say, "Oh well, I think he's a narcissist." You know,
Right.
people need to be very careful. I know word for word. I know. This is not a diagnosis. Bridget watches him as well. This is not a diagnosis, just my theory and opinion. Yeah. Um, yeah. Ignore the angry face. Oh dear. Um, so she's way out of line doing this. 100%.
That Meghan has not given birth to these children.
Right, so she's said there that she doesn't believe that Meghan has given birth to these children.
Mhm.
And I don't know how treason works. I don't. But I tell you what, she's lucky this isn't in the 1910s, because she'd be like hurled before the king and queen for treason. You can't talk
That's
about people like that.
but
Oh,
that's what stings so badly about it because they do. They talk about her so poorly.
sorry, say that again.
With
Say that
Meghan,
again, Edna.
the way that people speak about Megan, that's what's so annoying. That's what's so frustrating. That I'm sure that's why they left is because they don't have any respect for her as royalty.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm looking at here. You would know what life was like then in the 10s.
That is funny. My grandma is a radio baby, and I was like, Grandma, what was like what's your generation? We talk about boomers.
Yeah, listen. She's Zena's just got a problem with being up north. They're all problematic up there. I just ignore her.
Is it because
I
the air is
find it
thinner, they
quite
can't think as
hurtful.
well?
Sorry?
No, I was just teasing. I said, is it because the air is thinner, they're up higher?
Yeah, something like that. It affects their brain,
Hmm.
something like that. I find it quite hurtful to watch and to listen to her twisted narratives about a young lady that she has never met and never will meet. What gives her the right to question Meghan's motherhood?
Now, the reason is because, like I said, I have watched many hours of footage, of photographs of how she behaves.
Right, so she's saying that because she's watched many videos on her and seen all the pictures and everything, she's got a right to diagnose her. Nope, she doesn't.
Not at all. It's like, first of all, you should know that just like, like seeing clips, even if you've seen hours of video on somebody, that's not the same thing as seeing somebody when they're manic or this or that. Like whatever she's trying to diagnose them with, seeing them in different stages over a period of time, like having different conversations with them. It's like this isn't how doctors are even supposed to diagnose.
No, it
A
isn't.
bridge, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, Bridge, that made me laugh very
Hmm.
inappropriately. Your grandma probably knows my dad. All old black people do in St. Louis.
She's not lying.
Meet
It's
me
a
in
very
St.
small town to be
Louis, meet
a big
me at
city.
the fair. Your timing, Edna. I'm trying to sing.
Ignoring you.
Meet me at St. Louis, meet me at the fair. Da, 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 da. I know. Listen.
See, that's the thing. That's how we talk. It's not even, it doesn't even faze me. That's so funny.
I still have no clue what the difference between England, Britain, Great Britain, UK is. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Right, I'll tell you.
It's all the same, isn't it? No?
No, not exactly. Right.
Okay.
England is the largest part. Is it? Yeah, it is. England runs from the bottom, which is what's at the bottom, like Southampton and Land's End, Cornwall. Right. That England runs from there up until County Durham. Am I right? Somewhere up there, and then it goes into Scotland, where we don't even talk about Scotland over
Oh,
here.
that's right.
No, yeah, okay. Now, Great Britain is the three countries. Great Britain is England, Scotland, Wales. Oh, four countries, and then Northern Ireland.
Wait,
Northern
this is,
Ireland, it has yeah. Northern Ireland belongs to Britain.
that's right.
Right, okay. Southern Ireland belongs to themselves, okay? They don't class themselves as being British. They're Irish. That's the difference, okay? Now,
Gotcha.
some people in Northern Ireland, even though they're under British rule and they're quite happy to be so, we'll still call them, well, they're still Irish because they're in Ireland, but it is in British rule. So that's what Great Britain is. The UK is the same as Great Britain. Okay. It includes all of them. Okay. So in like the Olympics, Great Britain would be England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. If Southern Ireland want to take part in the Olympics or something like that, then they will be Ireland. Okay. Now Scotland, right, have tried to break away from Great Britain, but they can't do it, mainly because no, I mustn't slag off the Scots. Mainly because I don't think they would cope very well with independence. Oh, it's in
Oh wait,
it's
are these
featuring.
individual countries, but they're all under one country? I think that's the confusing part. Am I
Yes.
right, Capone?
Yes. Cornwall. No, it's Cornwall. Corn and then WALL, one word. Hi, Farida. How are you, darling? I hope you're well. Right, okay. Scotland. Scotland is my favourite accent in the world, but the politics, man, they have gone to shit. Yeah, they've lost their minds. They have. They desperately want to break away from us. I can't understand the Scottish accents. Now, in Scotland, there's a variety of accents. Personally, I'm not keen on the Glaswegian accent. It's very aggressive. It's a bit like Northern Ireland. Their accent is very
Okay.
aggressive. Okay. Now, Edinburgh, that's a sort of accent that's much softer. It's got a softer lilt to it. It's what Mrs. Doubtfire had. You know, in the film Mrs. Doubtfire, she
Yes, played by
had the Edinburgh
the late
accent.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, yeah, or he did. Whatever. Um, right, it's like they're not talking. Right, okay. Now then, don't say you're from Londonderry. They go insane. It's just Derry to them because they don't want any association to the UK at all. Exactly. Now, just to throw a complete spanner in the works, I managed to marry myself a Irish man. He
So
came from
from
Southern
Southern Ireland
Ireland.
or just Ireland?
No, he came from Southern Ireland. So
Okay.
he was very anti-British. So I said to him, "What the
Oh.
hell are you doing marrying me then?" Right, with all
Mm-hmm.
my blooming nationalities all over the place. So, um, yeah, that was quite weird because he was very anti-Brits. Now, and quite understandably so, because yes, what's wrong with that? What's wrong
Did
with
we say
that?
how to
How dare you?
hi, Farida?
Zena! Zena! I tell you what, a lot of Irishmen like a bit of chocolate. Let me tell you, one of them, was it in Boyzone? He was married to a black girl. What was his name? Shane. Is it Shane? I don't know. He quite sort of, he covered in tattoos. Was it Boyzone
Hmm.
or what's the other Irish band? Boyzone or that was it? What's the other Irish band? Come on, help me out, Zena. Um, oh, Boyzone and not Boys to Men. Anyway, one
Yeah.
of the Irish groups, and he was married to a black girl. She was very beautiful. Yeah, yes, I'm beginning to believe that. I'm beginning to believe that. Westlife, yeah, see, it's no good being nice to me now that you've made a
Okay.
racist comment. Listen, on my honeymoon, he took me over to Ireland, Southern Ireland. I hadn't seen one other person of colour while I was there. And
Really?
yeah, and mind you, it was a few years ago now. And I remember we went to the beach, and the beach was down like a big sort of hill, down a slope. And I stood at the top of the hill and I scanned the beach to see if there was anybody of colour on the beach.
Hmm.
I didn't see any. I didn't see anyone.
Wow.
After that, we drove to Cork, which is like Southern Ireland. He's very proud of his Irishness. Um, so anyway, we're in the car, and all of a sudden, as we got nearer one of the big cities, which is called what was it? What was it? Waterford, right? I saw this black guy on a bike. I was so excited. I've never been so excited in my life.
Oh, I know the feeling.
I thought, oh my
I used
God,
to
there's a
have
darky on the
classes.
bike. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, yeah, it was weird. It was a weird feeling, I'm telling you, very weird. So
Hmm.
when we sort of parked and went for a wander around Waterford, that is well known for its glass, may I tell you. Um there were a few. There were a few people of colour dotted around, so I felt so much safer. I did wave. I did. I opened the window. I was like, I was so excited. Oh my God, you think I'm joking? I'm not. I was so
No,
relieved. It was hot. I didn't like it. I mean, I'm used to England. I mean, and the thing is, I'll be honest with you, I could go in the country. I could go in the countryside in England and be the only person of colour there, even today. And I worry about my son, a musician, sometimes, because sometimes, yes, I am. I can't help it. I am. But don't tell anyone, right? I'll get your bloody racist ass back up there in
what is
bloody
Farida saying that she's black? Oh, okay.
what?
Oh,
What?
I misread a comment. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're flying without wings. You're my. I love that. I love that song. Brilliant.
It's
Yeah.
okay. I'm a
Anyway,
little relaxed. It's okay. I
I just
I know what you mean.
we're so we're such opposites. I don't know why we're here. Have you discussed me with your therapist? Look at
Oh
the
man,
Guinness. I'm frightened. You're
what
you're
is that?
getting right bloody mouthy. You are, mate. Hang on. What about Guinness? What she said about Guinness? Oh, hang on a minute. Probably because he thought the two of you together would resemble a pint of Guinness. Listen, he used to make me drink Guinness when I was pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Capone's a member for 4 months. Thank you, darling. Oh, thank you, sweetness. Yeah, he used to make me. He's like, "Oh, come on, my love." No, he didn't speak like that. He had a nice Irish lilt, my ex, and he did have a
Okay.
nice accent. And yeah, so he'd like, you should drink some of your Guinness because it'll be good for you, like with the beer. So I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. I've never tried it before. Now go on, it'd be nice. It was really nice. That's how he spoke.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, it's meant to be
You,
good
I
for
like the
iron.
German accent.
German? I think the
Yeah,
German
like German guys, they like I don't know. I've met a couple of German guys that just seem so like um I don't know, maybe like emotional in like the best way. They just have like a calming spirit about themselves. I get
Sorry,
that
I've got to stop
impression
looking
from.
at these people in my chat. I get so
Oh, okay.
delayed. Delayed's a good word, actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a wet ass, thank you, like in Westlife. I think I went to see them once on stage in Wembley. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So he came from Southern Ireland. Used to have a high German population. Did they really? So did Jamaica, because some of the Germans did. Yeah, some of the Germans took
Zena
over
cracked
Jamaica,
me
you
up.
know, bastards. Everyone took over Jamaica. That's why we're so different colours and all the rest. We all know Jan is. I am a little delayed, but hey, I don't care. Oh, Edna, they're all coming for me.
I see.
Oh
I
my
mean, Capone
God.
gets to blocking people. Like,
Listen, I'm the first one. If I ever sort of do something stupid when I'm out, which is most times, I have to say, I just say, "Well, I'm old."
yeah,
What do you expect? I'm old. And then they're all like, "Oh,
you know,
no, you don't. You're not old." Yeah, I am. I'm a bloody
listen,
boomer.
Jen, if you're old, like, no, I mean, you have to be above old because I'm old. My cousin called me telling me to sign up for AARP. You know, she was
What's
dead serious.
ARP?
It's the American
Mm.
Association of Retired People or something like that.
Oh, you're not old. You just act it. Anyway, speaking
Uh,
of Jamaican, I'm making jerk chicken wings. Nice.
nice. I made
Yeah,
chicken
I think
today. You know I could. Sorry.
What?
The thing, I made chicken today, right? And I put it in, I seasoned it, I put it in the oven. Do you know I
Zena,
plumb
shut your
forgot about it?
face. Zena, shut your face, you bitch. Okay, we're allowed to say it because it means nothing over here. Shut your mouth, all right? I've got a magnifying glass out.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, sorry, I shouted over you. It's Zena. She's coming for me in the bloody chat this week.
It's fine. It's what we do.
Yeah, she
Correct
sits there all
you.
bloody angelic in her, that's there with her northern accent. And she comes in here and she's just insulting me, Edna. You're going to have
I
to look
see.
after me. Listen, I can take a good dig. Do you know what I mean? I really don't mind. I like to laugh at myself.
That
If you
was
can't laugh at
dig,
yourself, you can...
D-I-G, correct? What are we talking about?
What? Everyone's coming
Nothing.
to at me. I like them big. I like them chunky. What? The chicken wings. Listen, there's a guy near where my daughter lives, Farida, and he's a white guy, but we look past that. But he does the best jerk chicken. He's got this van, and he's got like, he does this jerk chicken. Oh, delicious. Right, hang on. What have I missed? Edna, what did you say?
Nothing. I don't want to be inappropriate.
Come on, be inappropriate. Come on. I'm always having a dig at you, so come on.
Yes, D-I-G. We're just having a dig at each other. That's all.
Was that it? Come at me with a bit more than that, darling. I can take it. I can take it.
Oh.
Billy's gonna clip it, so you might as well tell me now.
I'm shy. I can't.
I tell you, that's what it should be about, though, because nothing we say we take seriously, do you know, and we seriously don't. We just like to have a laugh. What did you say? Tell me.
Okay, it sounded like you said D-I-C-K. And then you were like, I like them big and juicy. And then you're like, I can take it.
Big and juicy.
And
When you what?
It was just images were just going, they were just flying all over the place. I don't know.
Do you know, I'm going to do a video one day. Edna's, what am I going to call it? Edna's bits and bobbins, and just have all your silly bits in it. All the bits where we just don't understand each other.
Right? But Capone knows.
What? Where's Capone? Stay tuned for what? What's this language you're talking, Zena? Is it like a northern thing? It's all about the glottal stops. Listen, do you know some of the like the Queen's English? Most of us speak like the Queen's English until you get up north, and it just didn't reach them. I mean, they got the vast majority of it, but they haven't got all the English, so they've had to sort of add their own words that even I don't know. I have no idea what glottal means. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's a word that didn't come out of the Queen's mouth. So yeah, sit on it, Zena. All right.
You sound like with your accent, it sounds so proper. I'm just like, blah, 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 like this is not a polite conversation.
My accent sounds
nice.
My accent sounds proper. Mine's more like the Queen's English. Zena's is like, nah, it's a bit of it, but then they go off a bit, they go off kilter, like think of it like an axle, and it's a bit heavier on one side. Well, Zena's is like, yeah, Zena's has gone down a bit. You know what I mean? But no, the way we speak is so much. Yeah, we speak more of the Queen's English. I don't even know what glottal is. Is she teaching you any of the English words, Farida?
No, she said, I even know what it means or what it is.
Oh, yeah. See, that's because you've been talking to. Yeah, that's it. Oh dear. Funny. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we come. Here we go.
Thank
All right.
you.
So
I was
it's
gonna say, so do
linguistic
we know?
term to describe the depletion of an audible letter in a word is an actual linguistical term. So,
Nice.
who cares? I don't care. Actually, a lot of us, I think, would you say Southerners use glottals more than Northerners then? Because, I mean, as a Cockneys do. They use that a lot.
Mm,
Do you know
right.
what I'm talking about, Edna?
Yes, I do. I'm just working on getting proper English, but I do understand. We have it as well.
That's good. I would have loved to have studied linguistics. I love it. I love the English language. Hang on. No, no, you just can't pronounce words without using a W in everything. Yeah, I would have liked to have learnt that. So what do you do with your language then? Right, I remember when I used to talk to Carsten, there were certain sounds that we as Brits would use, like instead of water, right, this is a big difference, right? Brits would say water or water. Water is slang. We would say that's slang. So how would you say water?
Water? Water?
Yeah. So you say
Water?
water. Water. Well, where's the
Yeah,
T? Where's the T? How do you spell water?
right. WATER.
Right,
You
so
would
how is water? Water? How is that? So you're rolling your tongue like water? Yeah, it's rubbish. Sorry, it's rubbish. You say water. That's it. Water.
Yeah. Water.
Wooter. No, we don't say wooter. We say water. 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 That's it.
Horror.
Say horror.
Horror. Horror.
Where did horror come from? Where
She
did
said,
horror
oh, she asked me to say it.
Oh, okay, say honor. Oh,
Honor.
sorry, say horror.
Horror. Horror.
Say it again.
Horror. Horror.
Horror. No, horror. A horror story. We're waiting.
I mean, but that's
Say I watched a really bad horror movie.
that's not right, but that's how we were saying.
Well,
I
say it
watched
then.
a really bad. Okay, say it again. I watched a
I
really bad
watched
horror movie.
Yeah, I watched a really bad horror movie.
I watched a really bad horror movie lately.
Yeah, horror. Horror.
Horror.
Yeah, that's not right. Sorry. I think we're gonna have to learn with Jan. Live streams. Yes,
Jen
mirror.
is completely disgusted.
I am. Yeah. So listen to her. Look, little Miss Proper. See, you blend your vowels. Who? Me or sorry? You talking about me or Edna? Hang on. Just like we don't pronounce the T in shuttle, it's shuttle. Yeah. So what's
Mm.
happened to your T's? Why don't you Americans use T's? Look at my
I have no
previous
words.
comments. It'll make sense. Keep up, Grandma. Oh. ah, ah. Oh, the Americans. All right. I'm not very
Oh,
good at this.
internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
Okay.
say internet. We say internet. Yeah.
Yeah. Inner. What's that? Inner. Internet. It's internet. Where's the T? Where's the T? Internet. Or say Harry. What? Let's see. Or say Harry.
Oh,
Sounds like
Harry.
you say hairy. Say Harry.
Harry. I would say Harry.
That's
The heart.
Harry. Say that's
Harry.
Harry. Billy says he's clipping you saying whore over and over. That'd be used as a soundbite, you know that, on somebody's chat. Say twat. Twat. That's how we say. Now you'll notice that Dina up north, like, she'll say twat. We say twat. Okay. Is that right, Zena? We say twat. You say twat, Edna.
We don't say that word. Twat? Twat?
Yeah,
How
you say
doesn't
twat.
twat, yeah.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to say it? Twat?
Twat. You're a
Oh.
twat.
I
You're
feel
a
like
twat.
cunt would be
It's like,
like
I
you
think,
can't
I'm
say
not
cunt at
sure.
all.
I'm not sure how Zena would say it. I think she'd say twat. We do say twat. I say
Twat.
twat.
Do it?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Same as me
Oh,
then.
okay.
Like twat. So what's another word the Americans get wrong all the time? It's called a flat T when Americans don't pronounce the T in. Yeah, they pronounce it as a D, don't they? Like water. But they roll the tongue, don't you? Your tongue hits the bottom of your mouth, doesn't it? When you say water. Water? What? Are you there, love? Or have you nodded off? Or you sort of...
No, just you imitating the way I say it is killing me. It's just so, your accent.
But you guys swallow the R, do they? Do you? You swallow the
No.
R. Right, okay, say
Matter.
this.
Oh,
Say this. Right,
the thing
say
is, I
this.
didn't realize that we sound like this. It's blowing my mind.
Right, come on. Well, it's better than listening to a blooming rabid therapist.
Sweater.
Right, okay. Right, Zena, not Zena, Edna, say that word that's on the screen.
Sweater.
Sweater. No, that's a T. Now say it with the T.
Sweater.
Yes. That's it. Sweater. Sweater.
Wow, we really do.
It's not difficult. Saturday. Butter.
Yeah, Saturday. Oh
Oh,
my
hang on a
goodness.
minute. Hang on. Right. Oh, sorry, I'm getting tired. I've never yawned in a live stream before.
I hadn't even noticed.
This is going well. I'm sat here yawning. Yawning like I'm watching Peter Mon. Right, British swallow the R. When do we swallow the R? The R for what? That's the trouble with that being behind on the chat, isn't it? I'm like miles away. Right, okay. Farida wants me to say sweater. Sweater. Or as a Londoner or an Essex person, I'd say sweater.
A jumper.
Sweater.
You
Now,
wouldn't
that's
call it
one
a
thing
jumper?
that Carsten didn't understand, that sound. And I tried to get him to say it a few times and he couldn't do it. Like sweater.
That's
Yeah.
like swallowing the R though, right?
Well, maybe. But then I don't really speak like that. I do sometimes, but not often. So, yeah, like Peter, I could either say Peter or I could say Peter. Now that sound, I don't know where that comes from, guys, but it's what it's how Cockneys speak. Am I right there? Well, I know I'm right. What am I talking about? I know I'm right. Where's she gone? Where's Mouthy? Where's the Mouthy one? Up north. There she is. Get your Ovaltine, wherever's original in your hot pot. I like my hot water bottle. See,
that's happening to bed.
See, I think the Americans would be like wouldn't really understand if I never used my tea. Yeah, that's a Cockney accent, which I can. When I grew up, because I grew up in London, I didn't use my teas all the time. But I used to get told off. Yeah, sweater. I used to get told off because it's not the way you want to speak. Harry Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter. That's how we'd say it. Now, yes, I did get it. I did get it. Not using the T as a glottal stop. Yeah, I have heard that actually now. Now I recognise that word. Yeah. Landon. No, it's London, love. So yeah, I do say you normally do you not use your glottals? Um, do you speak like that up north or not, Zena? Like, like butter and Peter and things like that. Is that the same up north? I don't really know. I've not really noticed it. Oh. You missed a good lesson on how to speak good English, Barley, but unfortunately Gina came in, so it all went to pot. I'm sorry I went live, but Breezy was live. I didn't catch her on time. Anyhow, I apologise. I wish everyone a great evening, and we'll meet here on Friday. Ah, bless you, darling. It's all right. You do you, boo. We don't mind.
Yeah, thanks for popping in.
Yeah, we have them removed from all the coke we sniff on a regular basis.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear. Now that's where I could do. I don't know. Right. I'll be honest with you. It's important for me. I remember when my kids got to like their teens, one of them in particular started dropping her what we say is you drop your T's. That's how we say it. Okay. So if somebody speaks as if they drop their T's, then they're talking like Peter and butter and things like that. So when my daughter started dropping her T's, I'd pull her up on it every time, pull her up on it. And I used to say, you've not been brought up to speak like that, so don't speak like it. Right? Now, a lot of people who come from Essex, right? I'm ignoring you, Zena. I'm ignoring you, all right. Anyway, remember
pick up your teas, love.
My mother, pick up your teas, love. But my mother came from up north, so yeah, you can't talk, all right. I know what you girls are like. Yeah, out there enjoying her chocolate. Anyway, that's by the by. Now the other thing is with Southerners, a lot of them on the periphery of London, because they used to come from London, like in places like Croydon, Reading, where else? Some places in Surrey, and also in Essex, they all speak quite Cockney because they originated from the east of London. Do you know what I mean? Like from, I'm trying to think, what places? Walthamstow and Stratford and places like that. So one of my daughters lives there, right? She lives in Essex now, and she drops her. My grandchildren drop their teas sometimes, and I don't like it. I'm like, what? I'm always pulling them up on it. Now the problem is her husband was brought up in Dagenham, right? So he drops his teas all the time. So it's like a real conflict.
Oh my goodness.
Because I'm like, don't speak like that. I don't say it to him, but I say it to my granddaughter. Don't speak like that. You have to, it's like crossing your T's, we call it over here. And that's because in my upbringing, although I was brought up in London, I was brought up to speak properly. But if you watch things like, with a lot of Essex people in them, or if you watch something, with Essex people in it, or, you hear a lot of Londoners that don't cross their teeth, that's how they talk. And they put like a sort of twang on it, so they'll be talking like that. They'll be like, yeah, well, I went up the old road the other day and I went and I got me some butter And then I went and I did that, and I went to see my mother and my father, like, and so can you see there's a completely different sort of twang to that. So I can
Right.
speak like that. Yeah, like Del Boy. Yeah, like Del Boy. They all sort of talk like that, and it's a really sort of lazy way of talking, and they don't bother, pronouncing the words properly, like, or proper, don't speak proper English, like. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, it's like
Absolutely. Yeah.
could you tell the difference then
It just
in
so
the
it comes
accent?
across like lower class, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Mhm.
like, but it's well, I mean, I don't know. Where do you go? How do you come to that then? How do you come to that thought? Just by the way someone's talking.
Well, I know it
That's
doesn't
twat.
it doesn't necessarily mean that, but sometimes you
Yeah.
hear a certain accent and you unfortunately it's like correlated with different things. So yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, like peasants, because back in the day when they do, yeah, that's a good point. When they do like, if you've got like a historical drama, you'll always have
Mhm.
like peasants that are sort of talk like that. Yeah, yeah, boss. What do you want me to do today? You want me to do the edges today, love, or and yeah, they sort of talk more like that. So yeah, the rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. That's where you get it from. Have you seen that? Have you seen that film? Educating Rita, or what's the other one? What's the original called? My Fair Lady. She spoke. Yeah, that's the one. My Fair Lady. Yeah, so
Mm.
I can slip into that. I don't know if Zena can slip into decent English. I don't know. Um, or whether she always talks with that accent. Do you know what I mean? But hey, we all live and learn, don't we? But
Oh my goodness.
I know. She listen. I've taken it from her today. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do have a London twang, but I don't really have too much of a twang. And I hear some of the Americans trying to um sort of gauge where I'm from. And it's funny because that Steph who goes everywhere, right? She can't work out where I'm from. And that's because um, I'm from a few places, and I was brought up in rural Essex. Now, rural Essex isn't the same as um, uh, Dagenham, Essex. So, I wasn't brought up talking like that or anything like that. You get me? But
Mhm.
I
Right.
did have a bit of a Essex twang, but I spoke it properly. Um, but then I moved out of Essex when I was 10 and moved into London. So with with the Essex twang and the London, yeah, I have got a bit of an accent, but it's not a proper Essex accent. Do you know what I mean? And I saw something the
Right.
other day when they were trying to work out what my accent was, and this Steph was like, "Oh yeah, well, she's definitely sort of down south, and but I don't know which part." And then listen, have you heard the person called Death? Have you heard the person who's she's called Death? I mean, she's in
No.
oh, listen to the way she talks like that. She's a proper Londoner, right? And
Mhm.
she's like, yeah, and it's really like she smoked too much and she drunk too much. Yeah. So,
Mm.
yeah, her accent is different to mine. Yeah, she does. She has a drunk accent.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now. That's right. Mhm.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
wait, no. Okay, I think we're talking about 2 different people, but it's a similar, sound. Mhm.
Irate Alex, I asked and Death ignored me. I would say, right, in my opinion, I would say Steph probably comes from, because she's got a bit of a London accent. I would say she's on the outskirts, possibly Cambridge, Peterborough, on the outskirts of northern London, right? But I would say Death is on the outskirts of East London, so that's Essex. Or she could be on the outskirts of South London, which is Croydon. See, they're always, yeah, I'm quite good at accents. I'm quite good at picking them up. What about Irate Alex? Irate Alex, I think, is north. I would say he originates from northern London, which is the same as me. So I think his accent is quite similar to mine. Yeah, that's what I would say. Because my accent, although I was brought up in rural Essex, which is very different to the only way is Essex type English, I would still say that my accent is more sort of North London, which I think his is as well. Oh my God, don't put that on the screen. Right, excuse me. While I got listen to West Country accent, I need to see if that's the one I was talking about. West Country is like it's quite a nice accent. It's like Bristol. Yeah, and they sort of roll there. Yeah. I'm quite good at recognizing accents. I'm from Jeremy Kyle land. Well, yes. Oh my God. Do you know he's trying to come back? He's trying to come back on what you call it? On TV doing some sort of, a bit like not Loose Women. What's the other thing? Talk radio, but talk TV. He's trying to come back. Anyway, none of you have a clue what I'm talking about. We've been here 2 hours. Okay.
A podcast?
Sorry.
Like a podcast?
Do you know who Jeremy Kyle is?
No idea.
He was our equivalent of Jeffrey Springer. What's his name?
Gotcha.
What was his name? Not Jeffrey Springer, was it? What's his name?
Jerry Springer.
Jerry, yeah. He's like the equivalent.
Jerry.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, he used to do an English version called
Okay.
Jeremy Kyle. Yeah, talk show. So, oh, Maori. Yeah, I used to like all those. I used to like all the chat shows. Oh no,
Yeah,
please
Mari
don't.
was.
Please don't. The amount of times he used to get twatted in Manchester. Did he? Did they not like him there? Because he used to film from there, didn't he?
How do you get
Jeremy
twatted?
Jeremy Kyle. Jerry. He did a show in the US though. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, they had the Jeremy
Oh.
Kyle in America too. Oh, did they? Oh, I didn't know that. Anyway, something went wrong. I can't remember what happened. I think there was like, a very sad end to somebody. And that was the end of him.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I used to watch all the American chats. I used to watch Ricky Lake back in the day. I used to watch Sally Jessie Raphael. She was one of my favorites.
Raphael.
Yeah.
What am I think? Rosie O'Donnell.
No, I didn't watch her.
Oh, you know who I love? Tyra. The Tyra Banks show. That was my jam. Anybody
She's a
listen?
model, isn't she? Tyra Banks.
She had a talk show where it was so ridiculous. It was good. It was good.
Well, next week maybe we should talk about TV shows and things, because that'd be nice, because we've all got different ones, and Yeah, maybe we should do that. But it's getting late now. And
Okay.
yeah, and I watched Donahue as well. I watched all of them. Maori. Who is the black guy with the bald head? Forgotten his name.
Oh, he has MS. I know who you're talking about. Montel Jordan or
Yes,
something like
Montel
that?
Jordan. Yeah, I liked him. Yeah, and I liked Oprah as well. Yeah, Oprah's like number one,
Oh,
isn't she really?
yeah, of
Anyway,
course.
guys, I'm gonna let you go. We've been rabbiting for too long, and especially Montel Williams. Yeah,
Montel Williams. Thank you, Bridge.
yeah. Did I say yes to the other one? I'd say yes to anything. I'm getting tired. Get off, Edna. Jeez, you kept me on there for 2 hours. For God's
Thank
sake.
you, Chad. Sorry for being late.
See you on Friday, guys. There's so much going on. So much going on. Yes. All right. See you Friday, guys. You take care of yourselves. Thanks, Edna. You have been an absolute star. Stoned out of your head, but never mind. I'm used to it now. And I'll see you. I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. It's a rotten old world. Bye bye for now. Right. Where's me ending bit? Ah, there it is. Laters.